Chapter 1, Summary. Many decisions in business and economics require quantitative estimates of how a change in one variable affects another variable. Conceptually, the way to estimate a causal effect is in an ideal randomized controlled experiment, but performing experiments in economic applications can be unethical, impractical, or too expensive. Econometrics provides tools for estimating causal effects using either observational, non-experimental data or data from real-world imperfect experiments. Econometrics also provides tools for predicting the value of a variable of interest using information in other related variables. Cross-sectional data are gathered by observing multiple entities at a single point in time. Time series data are gathered by observing a single entity at multiple points in time, and panel data are gathered by observing multiple entities, each of which is observed at multiple points in time. Key terms: randomized controlled experiment, control group, treatment group, causal effect, prediction, forecast, experimental data, observational data, cross-sectional data, observation number, time series data, panel data, longitudinal data. Review the concepts. 1.1. Describe a hypothetical ideal randomized controlled experiment to study the effect of hours spent studying on performance on microeconomics exams. Suggest some impediments to implementing this experiment in practice. Answer 1.1. The experiment that you design should have one or more treatment groups and a control group. For example, one treatment could be studying for 4 hours and the control would be not studying, no treatment. Students would be randomly assigned to the treatment and control groups, and the causal effect of hours of study on midterm performance would be estimated by comparing the average midterm grades for each of the treatment groups to that of the control group. The largest impediment is to ensure that the students in the different treatment groups spend the correct number of hours studying. How can you make sure that the students in the control group do not study at all, since that might jeopardize their grade? How can you make sure that all students in the treatment group actually study for 4 hours? 1.2. Describe a hypothetical ideal randomized controlled experiment to study the effect on highway traffic deaths of wearing seatbelts. Suggest some impediments to implementing this in practice. Answer 1.2. This experiment needs the same ingredients as the experiment in the previous question: treatment and control groups, random assignment, and a procedure for analyzing the resulting experimental data. Here there are 2 treatment levels: not wearing a seatbelt, the control group, and wearing a seatbelt, the treated group. These treatments should be applied over a specified period of time, such as the next year. The effect of seatbelt use on traffic fatalities could be estimated as the difference between fatality rates in the control and treatment group. One impediment to this study is ensuring that participants follow the treatment, do or do not wear a seatbelt. More importantly, this study raises serious ethical concerns because it instructs participants to engage in known unsafe behavior, not wearing a seatbelt.